Hello and welcome back to Male Deku with Female Symbiotes. I'm back again with my boy Sloth.
Hello.
Hopefully he will be intruding into this more when
Yeah,
it comes to yeah.
I was really tired last time. That's why I didn't talk much.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
apologize.
and it's all good. It was late at night, and it was October 30th. It was the night before Halloween.
One of the best nights of the year. I'll be
Yes,
honest.
facts.
It's always fun scaring little children before Halloween. What?
Yeah, uh, that's nothing. It's nice scaring children on the night of Halloween, walking around with a Nerf gun. Yeah.
Anyways, shall we begin with the
Anyway,
story?
yes,
Well,
indeed
I
we
guess the
shall.
recap first.
Yeah. Well, to recap, uh, Deku got kidnapped by the Life Foundation. His mother and father are Inko Midoriya, well, no, Inko Shimura and Eddie Brock. I have something special
Because,
planned
yes,
because yes, I have something special in mind for Eddie because she Venom is a thing.
and She
And
Carnage is a thing.
yes, Anti Venom is not here yet. Emphasis on
Keyword,
yet.
yet.
Yeah, nah, he will be making an appearance. Uh, yeah, yeah. Deku got like dead ass all the named female symbiotes, and I say female with quotations because no symbiote is either male or female. They're androgynous, if I think that's the correct term. Like they have no gender. They
Technically.
technically, although their voices and their personalities will come based off of their first host.
hmm which is why Venom and Carnage had more of a masculine.
Yeah. Also, why there's also why they have both male and female forms
hmm
because they both bonded to men and women throughout their time of being alive.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Now,
They're they reproduce completely differently. They don't have a
yeah,
dick or a vagina like us humans,
yeah,
so it makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. They can just straight up ooze out their offspring. We're getting a bit off track here. Uh, Dobby's a good person, mostly in spite of Endeavor, but not really because Endeavor is on a leash. Yeah, now Ray Todoroki holding down the fort. She don't take shit from him.
I like these stories
Yes.
where Endeavor is just on a leash. Is just like, yeah, no, that's not happening, Bucko.
Yeah. Dobby has more control over his fire than he would have in canon. Meaning All for One wouldn't get his hands on him, meaning he would not become a walking fucking Frankenstein's monster. Uh, Recovery Girl is part Russian. She has an AK-47, a Makarov pistol, and an RPG, along with a KV-2,
Plot.
because she's Russian. And she acts as grandma to Deku. You, you don't mess with Russian grandmas. I will make
I mean,
that clear. You don't mess with the grandmas, period.
Russian
It's the
grandmas are built different.
yes.
We're getting
To
a
keep
little
it
off topic, but
yeah. It's to get people into perspective of how Recovery Girl is. And why she brought a
yeah,
KV2 to
terrifying.
bring down the Life Foundation.
She was already scary enough in the anime, okay?
Yeah, she's scary enough
So
in the
this is
anime.
just AIDS.
This is just adding on to the amount of fear people will be put in whenever she enters the battlefield. She will not be getting shrunk like she got in the anime. She was a she was 5'5", and that she was like 5'5", 5'6", and then she got shrunk to be shorter than Mineta. Same thing with Gran Torino. He was around the same height as Nana Shimura, if not a bit taller. If I'm not wrong, Nana Shimura was like 5'7", 5'8",
Hmm.
and Gran Torino was either like 5'10" or 5'11", at least. And then he got shrunk. You know, they kept
Seems
their
fair.
heights even in their old age. And Gran Torino and Recovery Girl are in a relationship.
Because grandparents.
Yes, Gran they're in a relationship, and Gran Torino feel, feels a need to protect the Shimura bloodline because A, he feels like he failed Nana when they faced All for One, and B, it's the descendants of his best friend. Why wouldn't he? I
Yeah,
mean, shit, if
makes
any of my
sense.
friends died and they had kids, I'd look after them kids.
Question, because I can't
Yes.
remember if we talked about this last time while I was still on. Shigaraki, what's the deal with him?
He got kidnapped by All for One,
Ah, I see.
and when the USJ incident comes about and Izuku says his full name as Izuku Shimura, he's gonna think, I still have family? What am I doing? Hold up. One. Okay, the time has resumed. Sorry if there's a sudden pause. I thought I got summoned by my parents, but I didn't. Okay. Well, yeah, Shigaraki. Yeah. When the USJ incident happens, he's gonna be surprised he still has family left. He's gonna
Picture
kind of
this.
freak out.
Essentially, this is my first thought, or what it should be. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's exactly what he's gonna say, actually. It's like, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Where the fuck were you all my life? Uh, let's see. When I was born, I was in a crib. I was out playing with my childhood friend turned bully. I got kidnapped by the Life Foundation. I got some alien symbiote parasite whatever's in me. Parasite? So shut up.
That gets me every time.
Yeah. Uh, I was stuck with I was stuck with the Life Foundation for like 4 years, and I had these these alien symbiote parasite things. Parasite? Oh, shut up! Let me explain. He's my cousin. He's my long lost cousin, for Christ's sake. Fine. Uh, yeah. Uh, Mom and Grandpa Torino and Grandma Recovery Girl and Uncle All Might and Big Bro Dobby and quite a few people came to find me after my dad found out I was being held by the Life Foundation. And that place basically got leveled. Uh, and like Shigaraki still hung up on like, so the Life Foundation bothers to kidnap my baby cousin that I did not know I had. I'm gonna find whoever's left of this Life Foundation. I'm gonna personally dust them for trying to turn my baby cousin into a living weapon. That's essentially what's going through his mind at that moment. But let's take a flashback. Well, not really flashback. We need to go back to like where I left off.
I digress.
But I digress. Let's go back to where I left off. Where I left off, uh, recovery girl, being a damn good shot with a tank, shot down Carlton Drake's helicopter that he was in. He survived because his quirk is called hyper regeneration, or whatever the kind of regeneration it is. It just allowed him to survive the fall. He's not getting a symbiote. I don't care for you diehard Venom movie fans. Sure, I may like the movie, but he's not getting Riot because that's too damn broken. He already has a quirk that basically makes him immortal, unless he gets his head chopped off and
Well,
cut to pieces.
technically, if it's anything like Deadpool's regeneration, all you gotta do is blow his brains out. Yeah, he may regenerate it, but then you can cut off all his limbs, but
It's not
he
like
won't.
Deadpool's
It's a whole
regeneration.
memory thing, which is really funny.
Yeah, it's not like Deadpool's regeneration. He can just come back from near death experiences. So if he were to get his head cut off or get riddled with enough bullets to kill a man, he'd be dead. But he survived the crash barely, so he was able to come back.
The only reason he lives is because he has plot armor for the time
Yeah,
being.
for the time being. He'll get his shit ran later. Anyway, yeah, that's where I left off. Yeah, Ezekiel's been broken out and everything and all that. If you don't understand, go watch part one for the love of Christ. I just gave you a
Huh.
short rundown. Yeah,
But seriously, check the first part. It was good.
yeah, it was nice. It was very nice. Anyway, uh, yeah, Overhaul is a good person, along with that doctor lady from the first Venom movie. Forgot her name. She had
So did
the
I.
glasses. She
It's been a
had
bit
glasses.
since that movie.
She had glasses, and that's a lab coat, and was
And
trying
she
to
was
get
white.
Eddie.
Very important.
She was important in the beginning, like
No,
to
I'm saying it's
get
very
the
important you
information.
remember. She was white, she wore glasses, and she was skinny. That's
She was
all you need to know.
skinny-ish, and she was kind of tall, but she had a flat ass. She had no ass. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Her and Overhaul are good people. Well, she's still a good person. Overhaul's a good person. Like, he did not approve of what the fuck was going on with the Life Foundation. Like, sure, he still thinks that quirks are bad because he's seen all the shit show that is Japan with quirks and all that. But he's not gonna go as far as to experiment on Eri. At most, he just asked for like a blood sample,
And
and
try and
that's
replicate it.
yeah, and try and replicate it.
In all
Beings.
honesty,
He could have
if you
done that
think
in
about
canon,
it,
but
well,
he
not
didn't.
only that, he could have taken it to specific heroes. Like, let's say he goes to talk to Nezu, 'cause, he's a
Nez is
genius.
fucking
I think
Nezu.
he, yeah, and he could probably find a way to maybe use Eraserheads, but because he can erase quirks for a short time, he could communicate with that. Like, hey, is there, let's see similarities with the quirks themselves, because Ares literally erases people by accident, not on purpose. Well, she doesn't have control over it yet, but she
I
can
think she's
rewind pretty
got.
much anything.
I think she's gotten
Which, in the
control of
sense,
it in the manga, but at the
well, I'm
time that we see
saying
her in the
like,
anime, yeah, she does not have control at that point in time.
no, what I mean is currently in the story, she wouldn't have any control over it.
Yeah, in the story too, she does not have control over it yet, but she will in the future. And Oh, but I digress. Let's get back to the story at hand.
Yes. So you
They're
said last
they're
left off where
driving,
they got Izuku
shot
from the
down
Life
Carlton
Foundation.
Drake, and he survives because of his quirk and because of plot armor. And the murder squad, the OG murder squad, which is them, like there's a few heroes. Yeah, Taka Todoroki is also in there, and she also made good friends with Inko because Toya, aka Dabi.
Hmm.
Like, if you don't know who she is, just look her up.
It's actually not that hard to find her.
Yeah, it's not that hard to find her, but if you haven't heard of her at this point in time, one, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Two, go look her up. Basically, tall woman with fire hair, tall thick
Lava hair.
woman,
Correction.
tall thick woman with lava hair, and she's hot,
In the literal sense.
literally and figuratively.
Continue.
Continuing. Uh, yeah. They're pulling away from the Life Foundation and the Recovery Girls KV2. And they're all just like, mission accomplished. The tech is just like, I kind of want to remove that foul place from existence, but at the same time, I want them to know what happens when you take a child. So, Taka Todoroki, with her basically psychic control of her hair at this point, burns into the ground. This is what happens when you steal a child from a mother and leaves that in the ground. And a news helicopter is on the way. Did I forget to mention that they're all wearing masks? So that way their faces won't be recognized, along with black suits. Yeah, they're not getting recognized for that. And yeah, they pull away. A news helicopter is flying over there. They see in the ground. This is what happens when you take a child. Oh, damn. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here, the Life Foundation building has been leveled. Yeah, there's no recovering this. Wait, is that a downed helicopter? Is that Carlton Drake over there? No, take a good look over there. And he's just waving his arms, trying to call the attention of the helicopter. And but that interview is not important here. What is important is that the murder squad got back to like their respective homes, and Recovery Girl put her KV2 back into storage along with her RPG, but she keeps her AK on her along with her Makarov pistol. She just does. She's not going anywhere without a bit of Mother Russia with her. Now, when Izuku gets back, Katsuki's just like, where the hell were you, nerd? Out. Too scared to come to school? But because of what's happened with Izuku, he's a being with a dark side. And Venom kind of, you know how Eddie kind of went over to that other guy's apartment in the movie and Venom kind of leapt out a bit but also didn't?
I love that scene.
Yeah, he did that, and it kind of scared Katsuki. He was not expecting that, but Ziku would not talk to Katsuki much anymore. At most, it was just to tell him to go away and just shut up.
I have this
Katsuki,
odd feeling he's gonna try and piss him off.
well, that feeling would be correct, because one day, like, a full month had passed since Deku got back to normal life. Well, as normal as life can get when you have multiple symbiotes attached to you with multiple voices in your head. Yeah. He, Katsuki, just is just like, you know what? I bet the only reason why you bothered to come back is because your parents didn't want you at home anymore. Yeah.
Ew.
Even for an 8-year-old, that's cold. Deku would stop mid-step, turn around, march up to Katsuki, and give him the backhand of a lifetime.
Give him the ultimate pimp slap.
He got the ultimate pimp slap mixed with the backhand of a mother.
Oof.
Yeah, he laid Katsuki out flat. Yeah, he was down on the ground. He was like, fuck, Deku. The only reason why you're still alive is because I won't. Is because I don't want my mother to worry about me, and I want to preserve the friendship our mothers have. So don't think for a second I won't beat your ass for saying stupid things like this. Yeah, during his time being experimented on, he learned of a lot of very colorful words. Words that should not be said around an 8-year-old child, or a 4-year-old child, as a matter of fact, or any child. Yeah,
Well, technically, teenagers are children too, so it's fine.
yeah. Teenagers, yeah, it's fine. Anyone younger than, like, anyone that is not middle school age should
I
not
would
know
say
curse words. It's
anything
my opinion.
below 12. Anything below 12 shouldn't.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, I'd say it's okay for them to hear it, but they shouldn't be, going around saying it.
yeah.
That's how I
For
grew up,
adults, it's alright
anyways.
for them to, yeah, same here. I couldn't say curse words until I was in 6th grade.
Let's just say if I just don't say it in my mother or grandmother's face, but everywhere else it's fine. It's been
Yeah,
like that for
same,
years. It's funny.
same. Yeah, but yeah, Deku laid him out with a slap. Well, two slaps technically, and told him, "Yeah, no, if you keep running your mouth, you're gonna get your ass beat worse. This is nothing. At least nothing compared to what I've been through." This would kind of set some alarms off in Bakugo's head. Sure, before Deku suddenly disappeared, he he was extremely non-confrontational. Whatever words, non-confrontational. He wouldn't fight. He was more of a pacifist.
But he's not naive.
Yeah. Now
Good.
he's he's still kind of a pacifist, but if he needs to put his foot down, he will.
So what you're saying is he's got the more innocent side of Inko, but can be aggressive like Eddie.
Yes.
The best of both worlds.
Yeah. He prefers to talk things out, but if he has to beat sense into people, he will. Back to the story. Yeah, no, that day alarms started going off in Katsuki's head. Like, what the fuck changed in him over 4 years? The Deku I know would not have stepped to me. Matter of fact, he would have been quivering in fear. And he would have been an easy target. So what the fuck? Yeah, it was at that moment Katsuki would go ask Mitsuki, hey, what happened with Izuku? And she was just like, you didn't hear about it? It was all over the news 4 years ago, and he recently just got back a month ago. What, what do you mean, just got back? He was kidnapped 4 years ago. Uh, yeah, apparently he was held by the Life Foundation, according to Inko. How he got, like, how she got back is beyond me. Uh, oh, yeah, stuff happened. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened. Like Katsuki was not aware about. Because,
Yeah.
one, Inko was basically on a warpath trying to get her baby back. And two, Eddie was, one, blaming himself for Zuko getting kidnapped. And two, he was trying every single pharmaceutical place that was that was known to have taken people, but none of them had given hints that they stole children until the Life Foundation. Yeah,
That's lovely.
yeah. So, to put things into short, Katsuki just went up to his room without saying a word. He'd be in there rethinking all that he's done. Would this change how he acts towards Izuku? No, it wouldn't. He would just think, what the, here's the, and no, the only reason why he got kidnapped is because he was weak.
Ah, yes, classic Bakugo.
Yeah, and yeah, instead of thinking, oh yeah, we were both children. We couldn't have fought back against adults. He thought, nah, if he wanted to, he could have beaten all of their asses and escaped. But he got kidnapped. He's weak.
In all honesty, let's be real. Any logical child would have thought, oh, he got kidnapped, you know. Maybe I shouldn't be a total dick to him for the rest of his life. On the other hand, He went with the Bakugo route. You know what? Fuck him. He's weak. It doesn't matter.
All of the other kids knew except for Bakugo because Bakugo was ignorant. Now, the rest of the kids, except for fucking Stretchy Fingers and fucking the Tsubasa brat with the wings, along with the other two dickheads from the middle school bit. Those are the only four people that were like, yeah, no, he was weak. If it was me, I would have been able to escape. But oh, were they wrong? No, Tsubasa especially, because if you don't know, Tsubasa, the kid with the wings, he's the flying Nomu from the Hosu incident.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Just thought about that.
yeah. There's a reason why the winged Nomu only picked up Deku and not any other person that was on the outside.
In his mind, he's like, I remember you. I'm gonna kill you.
Like, I remember you. I'm gonna take you. Yeah, but let's cut back to where we were. Bakugo took the Bakugo route along with those four other brats. And
Lovely.
everyone else was nice to him. They're like, hey, I'm sorry for how I treated you 4 years ago before you got taken. Can you forgive me? And he was just like, "Well, yeah, you guys didn't do as much damage. At least not as much as Bakugo dumb and his four idiot friends. And yeah, they wouldn't take too kindly to that and would keyword attempt, to jump him.
Yeah, no, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, no. This today was Mayhem's time to shine. If you don't know
Oh,
what
well,
Mayhem looks like, she has a blue and black color scheme, and I believe she's related to Venom in some way. But she's more claws and she's more melee oriented. Like she can make like blades out of her claws and is really damn good at melee combat. Yeah, she would cover Izuku and just like, okay, I'm not allowing any of you to touch him. So come at me, you damn brats. And yeah, no, the five idiots of the school would get mollywopped.
they got
The,
bamboozled.
they got bitch slapped into next week. Now, the teachers, well, one of the teachers who wasn't there but would take Bakugo's side for anything because, oh, he has a very powerful and flashy quirk. Bitch, that don't mean shit. And,
I could see the repercussions of this coming to bite him in the ass.
oh, they do. Also, that teacher is ignorant to what happened to Izuku, while the rest knew. And to say that teacher got an earful from the principal was an understatement. Because this teacher full on lied and said, nah, Izuku started it. He was the only one with a different story. Of all of the teachers and students, that one teacher, Katsuki, and his four idiot friends had a different story from everyone else in the school.
Yeah, that's how convenient.
How convenient. That teacher got fired the next day and was replaced with a better teacher. Said teacher was a quirkless person, a very
Oh, perfect.
strong quirkless person. Bakugo would immediately start running his mouth,
Wait. I
along with his
have an
four
idea.
idiot friends.
When they
Do
start
tell.
trying, when they start talking shit, he just slowly, or wait, female or male?
Female.
Female starts slowly walking up to them, and he says, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" She grabs his head, digs her nails into his skull, and bashes it onto the desk.
I was gonna I was gonna make her Hispanic and pull out the chancla, but
Oh wait, I mean either works. In all honesty,
she does both. She pulls out
for
She
the
pulls
chunk.
out four chanclas, throws it at the idiot friends, walks up to Katsuki, digs her nails into his skull, and bashes his head into the desk. This would disorient all five for the time being,
Hispanic
and
teacher one, Katsuki Bakugo 0.
nothing.
Nada.
She ain't. They ain't got shit on her. But just wait. The middle school teacher for them for their like last for their third year is a black guy, and he's a dad, and he always got the belt on him,
Oh
and he's
god.
also quirkless.
Belt that no jutsu.
A belt no jutsu. Yes. And before you ask, he has the sacred belt. And
Lovely.
let's cut back to Hispanic elementary school teacher. Now, the Katsuki keeps trying shit and keeps getting his ass beat by the Hispanic teacher. Not only that, the five dumb fucks of whatever elementary school that they go to constantly get detention because they're always trying to start shit with the teacher. Over time, like in their last year of elementary school, they finally give up.
It's just like I don't
Score.
get paid enough for this shit to deal with you.
Like she's just like, I don't get paid enough to deal with all y'all's bullshit. Izuku dear, I hope you become a good hero. I'll be rooting for you. He's he's just like, thanks. Like he does
As
not
he
know how
goes
to
back to
like
as he goes back to writing many different ways on torturing Bonsky fuck. I can't speak. Koski
Katsuki Bach.
I'm sorry, man. I'm
No,
sorry,
it's all
viewers.
good. It's all good.
My grammar is all
English is
fucking off.
English is a hard language.
Yeah, because it
It's
actually
a
has the most
hodgepodge of
words out of
it's a
any
hodgepodge of like
language.
four. It's like a hodgepodge of like four or five languages mixed into one.
Mainly older languages like Norse and
German
mhm,
and Russian, I know, are a
I,
big part.
I think French a little bit too, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
no, there's
Anyways,
a little
getting
bit of
off
French in
topic.
there too. Yeah. Off
as he
topic about
goes
our
back
terrible
to
skills with the
writing,
English language.
as he goes back to different ways to torture Katsuki Bakugo without anyone noticing.
And he has like 10 pages of
Books.
this.
No,
Yes,
books.
he has books of this. He's on his 10th book by now. Now, don't get me wrong, he still got them hero notebooks. He got more of those than he does have books on torturing Katsuki Bakugo. I think in canon,
Oh, I'm
by
getting
that
kicked
point.
off. Good night, man.
Alright. Night. I'll continue. See ya. Uh, alright. Uh, yeah. Uh, He has like 10 books on how to torture Katsuki Bakugo without anyone noticing, not even him. And he'd be on the 10th page of his 10th book. And yeah, not many people really get what's on the paper, except for Hispanic teacher. She's just like a kid after my own heart. But alas, I already have a husband. Who is her husband, you may ask? Black, quirkless middle school teacher. They have a couple kids. Now, their kids will not be relevant yet, but let's just say those kids' cousin is Miriko. And yeah, for like a while now, for a while, this kept like the cycle of Bakugo attempting to get to prove his dominance over Katsuki. English is hard. Katsuki trying to prove his dumbass dominance that he'll never have over Deku. Happens it, until like the last day of middle school. You know what happens? Teacher throws uh, uh, the papers in the air and says, "Oh, I know what you all want to be. You all want to be heroes." Now, the idiot squad of five is now down to four. Tsubasa went missing, but we all know what happened to him. He got turned into the Nomu of the winged variety. And yeah, continuing. Uh, no. Black Hispanic family 275. Katsuki Bakugo, nothing. And no, it's the last day of middle school. He throws out the papers. He's just like, don't lump me in with these rejects, teach. They'll be lucky to get paired up with some busted D-lister. Everyone takes offense to this. Izuku just looks up and gives him a stare. This is the same stare he's been giving Katsuki for years since he got back. This stare has caused Katsuki a lot of pain. How, you may ask? It's the same stare Izuku gave Katsuki the day he first fought back. That stare has given him a lot of trouble. But in Katsuki's mind, it's not gonna be long until he beats Deku and proves that he's better than him. Which he can't. Because with the amount of torture he went through at the Life Foundation building, it is damn near impossible for Bakugo to do any kind of damage. At this point, the only two people that can really put Deku down for the count, Present Mike and Toya, and both of them are heroes at this point. Toya is an underground hero that works closely with Eraserhead after interning with him for several years. And let's just say Toya is a lot more powerful than he ever would be in canon. Like he can up the blue flames to white. Yeah, think on that. He has enough power, enough firepower, literally, to be on par with the surface of the sun. And uh, to put it lightly, that could barely hurt Deku. Like, it'll hurt him. The symbiotes will be put down for the count for a bit, only for like 30 minutes. Same thing with Present Mike's full power. Like, Jiro would be more of an annoyance. So would Shoto. Same with Endeavor and every other fire and sound based hero. Like, they would be just, they ain't shit. And yeah, they would get mollywopped by him. They would get pieced up so goddamn bad that the police would need to be called. But that's not happening because now it's on to the entrance exam. Because we're skipping 10 months of training because, to be honest, he does not need it. He could run all of UA's pockets. and it would it wouldn't be fair. Can I please turn off auto rotate? Thank you. Damn, it's gonna be rainy tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, on to the entrance exam. Written portion aces it because with an extra few voices in your head being able to quiz you and all that, and essentially being older sisters that are bonded to your body, you can be very smart. Now, in this, Carnage is less blood crazed and is more battle hungry. Toga, who is also imprisoned with Izuku, is more like is another is more like a sister to Izuku, and only wants the best for him. So, whatever girl comes into the class and tries to flirt with him, she's gonna be right there looking at him. Just like, what is, what are you trying to do with my little brother? Like, it's to the point where she scares all the symbiotes. I was like, shit. Better run. Why? Because overprotective sister is inbound. I'm gonna heed that warning. Did I mention that Toga would be in her second year of UA by the time Zuko was in his first? Yeah, she told him about all of that stuff for like the quiz, the 1 pointers, the 2 pointers, the 3 pointers, and the 0 pointer. She also says that the 0 pointer is really fucking big. And yeah, she is doing pretty good. She got into class 1A. She impressed Aizawa, so she's the only person that's part of class 2A. Because yeah, she would be the only one with potential from that class. She's the only one that bothered taking it seriously. Yeah. Anyway, Zuku passes with 100% with the written portion and with the practical. Ida goes off on his rant. Zuko shuts him down real quick and tells him to just, hey, knock off Sonic. Are you talking to me? Yes, you. Shut up and sit down. Present Mike wasn't done. And how would you? My older sister goes here. She knows everything that's about to be explained. If you don't sit down and shut up, I will come over there and shut your mouth for you. What? Who? Huh? Who? What gives you the idea that you can boss me around? I am Tenya Ida of the Ida family, and I'm Azuka Midoriya, son of the number 3 hero, Tornado. Yeah, I forgot what I made Inko's hero name. So yeah, it's Tornado now. I am son of the number 3 hero Tornado. I was kidnapped at age 4 and used and was going to be made into a child soldier by the Life Foundation. I have more power than you ever could. Now I advise you sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up before I come over there and tape your mouth shut. And he was not taking shit from anyone today. He woke up late and had to have and had barely had any coffee. Yeah, he's a coffee addict. Was barely able to get enough whatever the chemical is that the symbiotes need to survive. He's had to stuff his face with chocolate and mushrooms on the way there, which was not good. Why did he wake up late? Because he had to be up all night listening to his symbiotes argue over what he should wear the next day. Women are weird, y'all. Women are weird. Now, he would. I'm not even gonna hold you. He destroyed the practical, broke All Might's record. He made All Might's record look reachable. Yeah, Might's record looks small. He set a new record for UA. Yeah, yeah, he blew All Might's record out of the water. He'd go home, get the message that he's in 1A, blah, blah, blah. First day will be covered in the next episode, along with Heroes vs. Villains, USJ, and maybe the Sports Festival. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. But please, for the love of God, put your criticism in the comments. Where can I improve? What can I do? What can I do better? What do I need to hold off on? Please, I want your criticism. I don't care if it's brutal. Anyway, have a great rest of your day or night or whatever time it is for you. And I will see you in the next video. Auf Wiedersehen.